medical history of Alex Peters. This morning, the patient suffered his second cerebral arterial spasm with a left-sided paresis. In other words, a stroke. But was it really a stroke? Or was it a physical reaction to the sudden, unshakable knowledge that he was going to die today? Well, today is still young. And as Alex Peters wanders the morning streets in search of some plan for his last hours on this earth, across town, the second part of the double premonition is having quite a different effect. Across town, George Chambers has finally quieted his wife's hysteria. He has agreed to spend the day at home, but only to humor her. He knows there can't possibly be anything in her foolish premonition. Not possibly.
I can't explain it any better than I already have. All I know is it was clearer than you are right now.
All right, but you were asleep. Now, what makes you so sure it wasn't a dream?
Because it wasn't. I ought to know the difference.
Then what do you call it?
You said the word premonition. Hello? Oh, hello, Phil. Good morning. No, he hasn't left yet. I was going to call you. George won't be coming in today. Oh, it's nothing serious. Will you tell Mr. Masterson that George isn't available?
Let me talk to him. Phil, what's this about Masterson? Today. But he wasn't due until next Monday. I see. What time? I'll be right down.
George, you promised.
I know, but this is terribly important.
Important? More important than your life?
Oh, stop being so childish.
Why can't someone else take care of Masterson's business?
No, nobody can.
Why not?
Because he's a federal bank examiner, that's why.
So? So what would he do if you really were sick?
What would we do if I were suddenly in jail? No, don't worry, darling. I can fix it. I just need a little time. That's why it's so important.
What's wrong?
Well, where do you suppose all the money came from? You like this house, don't you? You like the fur coats, don't you? You like the free trips to Europe every summer, don't you?
George.
Don't worry. I can fix it.
Hi.
Good morning.
Don't you think you've had enough sleep for one night, young lady?
Why? What time is it? 9:30? Why didn't you wake me?
Well, I just got home.
How come?
I had some things to do.
Where'd you have breakfast?
I didn't. Why should I when I've got such a good cook at home?
Hey, school. What am I going to do about school?
Would you really mind very much missing one day?
Well, not really.
Come on, then. I'd love some coffee.
How do you want your eggs?
No eggs, just coffee.
How come?
I'm not very hungry.
But you can't live on just coffee.
Don't you worry about me.
It doesn't really matter too much about school anyhow. Mrs. Furse is still homesick, and we've got the substitute, who only gives us review. I won't miss anything important.
That's good.
Besides, I can get it from Alice if she gives us any new stuff.
Uh-huh.
It'll be fun being home with you all day anyhow. And we've got food shopping to do. It'll take me 2 minutes.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Why are you looking at me like that?
How am I looking?
Funny. Do you feel all right?
Sure. You know something? I like you.
Me too.
Excuse me. Who do I see about setting up a trust fund?
Oh, Mr. Carter or Mr. Chambers can help you. Ellen, for heaven's sake, I'm snowed under with work. I don't...
Mr. Carter will help you. Thank you.
Will you keep leaving me with this ridiculous... Ellen, listen. Listen. No, I'm not leaving here. I can't...
Yes? I'd like some advice about a trust fund.
Surely, make yourself comfortable. I'll be right back.
All right. I'm going to be shot. Yes, shot to death. Okay, that's fine with me. Now, will you please leave me alone? Of course I'm making fun of you.
Well, Mr.
Peters. Alex Peters.
Yes, what sort of trust fund did you have in mind?
For my daughter. I'd like to set up a trust fund for my daughter.
Well, I think that can be arranged.
I sure hope so. I'm a widower. I figure that Carolyn will need at least $100 a month to live on. At least.
Certainly. How old is Carolyn?
12. I'd like to set it up so that, well, after I'm dead, whoever's taking care of her, Carolyn will have the money to live on.
Yes, of course. Does Carolyn have a middle name?
What? Oh, no. No, she doesn't have a middle name.
Ellen, I have to hang up now.
It's all a question.
Ellen, I can't discuss this with you any longer.
We can advise you, of course.
Listen.
First, let's get all the facts down.
Goodbye, Ellen.
Your daughter's 12. I take it she's an only child? Mm-hmm. Now, suppose we start with your current assets.
Well, there's my life insurance policy.
Yes, what's the amount?
$1,200.
$1,200.
And then there's the stock. Hudson Corporation, 50 shares. It was selling at 3 1/4 this morning.
Well, that comes to $162.50 savings.
Well, I have $672 in postal savings.
What else?
That's all.
Oh, surely there must be other things. Furnishings, your car, home, real estate?
No, I don't have any of those things. And I live in a furnished apartment.